media to channel that platform. We also want to facilitate meetups and organize donation drives. While we are developing our marketing plan, initially we plan to use social media to channel our growth. We are working with educators, foundations, and bloggers so that we can ultimately empower families by providing an experience which is lacking on the market today. Come along with us as we help others discover some joy. Thank you.
Well done, Susan. Right
on the
time.
nose.
Right.
On the nose with the double zeros.
I think someone practiced. I would bet a lot of money that someone practiced. Susan, great job. Fantastic story. Congratulations on your pitch. I'm now going to hand it over to our judges. I'd like to start with Kimberly Lewis of Curl Mix. Kimberly, do you have any questions for Susan?
Susan, great job. My question is more so around customer validation. I definitely think there's a market for what you're doing, but do you have a list of emails or, any proof that someone's willing to pay for your box or competitors in the market who are doing something similar, just as a proof of customer validation?
Yeah, well, I am definitely the customer, right? I do have plenty of people that I am friendly with that have a need for this. I'm also part of many social media platform chat groups that have talked about wanting to set up things like this because there is a void. There's a gap in this demographic that there isn't an opportunity to have this. Now, our value proposition is to provide families with time back so they're not researching their boxes on their or the products on their own. We're giving that time back to them. We're giving them a product of content, right? Variety, choice. We're also providing know-how on how to use the products, and we're also providing a sense of community. And that's another part that we want to think is vital and crucial as part of this process, because without the community, it's a very sense of loneliness there. And Kim, I listened to one of your podcasts where I heard one of your, you said 41% of your growth comes from email subscribers. So that's definitely something I plan to leverage and hunker down on.
Yeah, that would be my recommendation is if you build a list before you build it. Otherwise, you might be launching the crickets and you want to make sure that you actually can get it out there. So, but thank you so much, Susan. Appreciate that.
You get questions, you get advice. Our judges are just absolutely amazing. We have time for one more question from our judges. Rick, Lindy, any questions here?
Susan, I'm interested in understanding the mix of products that you're using. So the actual business model, in particular, the hygiene products struck me as a strange thing to add with the sensory experience. Can you elaborate on why you have this particular mix of products?
Sure. Many of the kids in this demographic have allergies to many different products. So I would love to find things that are cleaner, natural, also allergen-free when it comes to snacks and vitamins. It's a hard space for parents to navigate in the system. And when you go grocery shopping, it's not always evident what's peanut-free or allergen-free or what has dyes or chemicals in it. So making it easier to navigate by providing this in the box, as well as developmental and academic and social as part of the components, meeting the holistic child, the whole child, as opposed to just one need like a sensory needs, which is currently on the market today.
All right. And then one last question. Lindy, take it away.
Hi, Susan. Thanks so much for the great pitch. And your daughter is gorgeous. I can see why she's an inspiration. I'm really interested to know how you're different than what's available to parents today. And are there any other products offered or subscription models for parents facing the same need?
There are only a handful of what I call competition as far as subscription boxes. They only focus on sensory needs only. They don't focus on the holistic child. So our boxes are meant to provide an array of products to meet different aspects of the child, because you are a whole child, right? So you want to make sure that you're meeting that entire child's being. In addition, the competition, I was a previous subscriber, and they don't provide feedback as to how to use the products. I found myself struggling on how to use certain products for the benefit of my child. And so I want to include that as part of ours, not only provide ways to use the product, but also use alternatives on how to use a product. You might can get creative with some of our OTs. They get creative on how to make sure they can use a product efficiently. And finally, I want to provide a sense of community. The community is what's lacking here on most of the boxes that's out there, because the community is vital and valuable to the success of this. Again, it's a very lonely feeling, but providing some kind of collaboration with the community is going to be vital to the success of this business.
Susan, you are remarkable with the timer. Like, honestly, fantastic job. Thank you for that. Judges, awesome questions on here. I'm going to give you just a quick second just to kind of make some notes on your scorecard here as we get ready for our next pitch competitor. Louis, I will let you do the honor of giving the introduction.
This next competitor might have a leg up on the competition because she's already won a pitch competition. Carolyn Egan from Kinstack, can you join us? So did a little bit of research. I think you won one in 2015 at the University of Florida, but I'm not sure if is that true?
Yes, it was a lot of fun and I learned a lot.
So hopefully that experience kind of carries over for this experience that you have, the round one of the pitch competition. We're going to turn our cameras off. You get 3 minutes and the floor is yours.
Sorry, 1 second. Trying to make it bigger, but it's not wanting to let me do that. All right. Some technical difficulties here with Zoom. I got to move it out of the way. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Carolyn Egan, founder and CEO of Kinstack. Kinstack is secure, searchable, and private data storage for families. I'm adopted, and growing up, I never knew much about my family. That's why I'm sorry. My computer, totally. There's a little technical difficulty in the building I'm in. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine. That's okay. We'll pause things for a second.
Yeah, sorry. I just got notification that the power just went out.
Oh gosh. Well, we can.
Yeah. Well, just 1 second.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll pause here for a second.
And yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to here. Okay.
All right. Go ahead and take it away.
Yeah.
We still got you.
Awesome. I'm adopted, and growing up, I never knew much about my family. And my adopted mother, who was a major in the Air Force, passed away unexpectedly when I was 24 years old. That is why I really want a way, now as a mother of two, to preserve my family's digital legacy for generations to come. My background is in data and analytics, and I found our data scattered all over the place. It's on our phones, it's on our laptops, external hard drives, and we manually have to sort everything. And it's really hard to find a specific file or photo because we don't know exactly where it's located. There's over 400 million current users of multiple cloud accounts, and almost 300 million of those also have external hard drives at home. The market is sizable enough for us to make this a problem worth solving. Kinstack. Kinstack makes it easy and simple for our members to upload and store everything into one private cloud storage container. And our data sizer lets them know in advance exactly how much space they need. And with our duplication detector, they'll never be able to store or pay for anything that they don't want or need. Kinstack automatically organizes everything with auto sorting. Kinstack intelligently organizes our members' containers into meaningful categories based on our proprietary algorithm and our questionnaire. We have a robust searching capability that searches our members' unstructured data and their containers so they can find stuff really easily. And we're currently in development of our sharing capabilities so our members can see what they've shared with whom. Our business model is a subscription try and buy, where folks buy what space they need. We're going to market starting with military members and families. It's a clearly defined community and it directly aligns to our company values. We're going to market with a structured approach and logical tactics. Our competitors only offer trade-offs between personalization and privacy. With Kinstack, our members get both, no compromise. What sets us aside in the marketplace, we have significant differentiators, which we've highlighted 3 today. I've built an all-star world-class team with expertise in marketing, data analytics, image processing, and front-end and back-end development. with our advisory board as well, expertise. We've made significant traction to date, and we continue to find creative ways to accelerate our growth. If we are selected in this competition, we would use the investment for marketing and product development. My name is Carolyn Egan, founder and CEO of Kinstack. I'm so excited and thankful to be here today. I open it up for questions.
Second one in a row on the zeros. This is amazing. Awesome pitch, despite the power loss in the middle of it. Really appreciate it. You go ahead and stop sharing your screen. Judges, turn on your cameras. And then what we will do is go ahead and start with the questions. Rick, we'll come to you this time. Are you ready for a question there?
As somebody who grew up in a military family and has many members of my family who have retired as active duty military, I love, targeting that segment. And, I think there's a lot of interesting reasons why that community is your target. But one of the questions I have is, what type of assurance can you offer to somebody who's going to sign up for your service that if heaven forbid something should happen to your business and you go out of business, that my memories aren't going to be lost?
So that being said, being that it's their own cloud storage container, they would have access to it at any time. So they would be able to re-download it onto an external hard drive. So with that being said, it would certainly be as backup, right? Cloud storage backup and any kind of redundancy. The recommendation, and we can communicate this and have communicated this, that this is your storage backup to what you currently have, which is typically an external hard drive and on your phone. So that builds trust and over time. And we're built on the same platform that Netflix is built on and many other large organizations. So that being said, we can communicate that security and assurance to them. And part of the funds also, Rick, should we be selected, we would peel off for a security assessment that it's on our roadmap anyways. But that being said, for anyone to back up something and have that only copy in the cloud is never really suggested or advised. But that would be our recommendation.
So when they use your service, it's a backup to everything they already have, but you don't have a device or ancillary product that would allow me to back up locally. They would just have to use your service as the backup.
Right. And that actually opens the opportunity, Rick, to a partnership. And we have 2 particular external hard drive manufacturers on our partnership target list as well, where we could go in conjunction with a hard backup service along with Kinstack's cloud storage to really offer full service for parents and families, in addition to some creative partnerships with other box companies like Shutterfly and so forth for us to partner with them. We can do a lot of great things. Once our members can see, and the feedback we've gotten from our members from our product development there's so many things they forgot about and that they get to re-see and re-experience, which is really cool. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thank you.
Hi, Carolyn. I think you had an amazing presentation, and I love that you were trying to hit all the points, even though, in a limited amount of time. My biggest question is, I saw that you had a competitive analysis, and, there was Google Photos, and then there was Dropbox on there as well, which I'm a big proponent of both, and so I love Google Photos, and Dropbox we use for our company. My question is, I saw that you say privacy was what you guys do better. Am I not the customer, so it's not for me? Or, you're just starting with military families and you hope to move into other people? Like, what is the advantage with going with their platform versus theirs? Is it privacy? And how would I know that as a consumer? Is it just because you tell me, or is there a way for me to personally measure it?
Right. So if privacy is a concern of yours, you would intuitively know what we're talking about. So that being said, Google Photos is one platform that stores all of your photos. Kinstack stores everything, every file type, from videos, photos, and file types. With that being said, it's searchable in one location. So what I found is if you have photos on your phone and in Google Photos, and then maybe in iCloud, or maybe also in Dropbox for your personal data, it's impossible to be able to search all of those, right? So that's what Kinstack solves for. In addition to that, there are massive amounts of data that we found in our customer interviews and feedback from our current members on external hard drives. They just don't have organized. So searching for it, they can't really find it. So that's really the differentiator. The privacy is that Google is a marketing platform and does leverage metadata from all users. They don't know you specifically, proprietary, like private information about you, but they do mine your data. With Kinstack, we do not mine any of our customers' data. They're private cloud storage containers. And that's an advocacy standpoint I come from data privacy and the data industry. So.
And one more last question. How do we find Kinstack? I'm sorry.
Kinstack is Kinstak.com. So Kinstack.com, folks can go on, sign up on our waiting list. We currently have one cohort that we already have selected members in for specific feedback. We're going to be, that's a soft launch. We're launching broader in June timeframe, so perfect timing if we are selected for our broader community, military community members. And we have more than 100 folks signed up, and that number increases in the past 6 months, and that number increases on a weekly basis. So I'd encourage folks that are here today to sign up if they're interested in trying it.
Awesome. Lindy, we know you didn't get a question this one. We'll come to you first on the next one. All right.
Okay, great.
Promise.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Yes, excellent job. Thank you so much. All right, you ready to move into our next pitch?
Let's go right into our third contestant. It's Jennifer Colwell of Entry Envy. Jennifer, you can join us on the virtual stage. Congratulations on being selected as a semi-finalist. Rules are the same. 3 minutes. The floor is yours, and we wish you the best of luck.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just making sure I get to my presentation here. Thanks so much. I'm Jennifer with Entry Envy from Omaha, Nebraska. In January of 2020, I got divorced. I moved out of a marital residence I'd been in for 15 years with 2 girls into a 50-year-old fixer-upper. And my dad is a retired carpenter, so I wasn't afraid of power tools, and I single-handedly remodeled my house. When I was about 3/4 of the way done, I realized that the inside looked great, but the outside needed some love. So with kind of being out of time and energy and money at that point, I decided to have an impact on curb appeal by repainting the garage door, the front door, and I wanted to update my house numbers. I went to the garage and had all the tools and some extra supplies, and so I created my first sign. And the little planter's box on the front of it was so cute, but it turned out to be a lot of work to keep updated. So after a couple of months of driving around and trying to find new designs to put in there and find the wire cutters, and I had to buy a whole bunch of tulips when I only needed 3, I decided I had enough stuff that I could make a whole lot more signs. And that was when the light bulb went off and Entry Envy was born. I went back to the garage and I created 3 more versions. So horizontal with house numbers and personalization, vertical, and then also a small interior sign for apartments and nursing homes. So I spent the next 5 months while managing a law firm full-time at night, building out the back end and working on the infrastructure and the technology, because I don't do anything small. It's go big or go home. On October 1st, I launched online, and my mom and I actually did 3 craft shows in the fall to test the proof of concept. All of the women who went by really loved it. But what surprised us was every realtor that happened to be a woman walking by said, "Oh my gosh, this is the perfect closing gift." And then we had moms that walked by and said, "Oh my gosh, this would be great for my my daughter in her apartment, or my mom in a nursing home." Over 75% of our sales at Christmas were for recipients that were over the age of 70. We ended up with 50 subscribers by the end of December 2021, and we plan to have over 500 by the end of December 2022. Here's how the plan works. It's $109 as a one-time purchase for the custom sign, and they design it completely online, whatever they want. Then it's $29.99 a month for a fresh kit that they get. The joy that people have when they get their kits each month is fun. The little girls and kids in households love to help their moms put it together. The seniors love to get it and know that they're thought of every month, even though if they don't always see their grown children. So they can also do $34.99 a season if they only want to do every 3 months instead of every month, or prepay for the option for the year. We have a realtor discount program for volume, for commercial volume, and we're working on an affiliate program. We have a 58% profit margin, and we're built to scale. We can currently produce 300 signs out of our facility. We have the production team in place, and we can transition to a manufactured base of the sign, and then we can customize it as it grows. Our average sale price is $159. Thanks to SubTech for having me here today and for the opportunity. I welcome your questions.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
very much.
And as promised, Lindy, we will start with you with the questions.
Great. Thanks, Jennifer. That was a great presentation. I'm excited to hear about how you empower your customers in choice. It sounds like there's seasonal options and monthly options. With the decor choices, can customers choose exactly what they're receiving? And how do you get that feedback?
Yeah, thank you, Lindy, for that question. So we originally started out just being monthly, and it was really the interest to say, what about just seasonal? And especially for the indoor signs, when nothing happens to them, you don't necessarily need to replace it every month, but for the outdoor signs, they're not going to last as long. I mean, if it's the middle of summer and you have a west-facing house, your hot pink flower at the beginning of June is not going to be hot pink by the end, you know? But we have, when the customer subscribes, they have a choice of what kind of their age group and what kind of style they kind of identify with. And they also have an option for no preference. So we do like 4 to 6 curated styles each month. So you're not going to have the same as your neighbor or your best friend, and it relates to your style. I'm very picky about design and branding, and I want to make sure that it looks good enough. If I wouldn't put it on my porch, it's not going out the door.
Great. Thank you.
Great. Kimberly, any questions?
Can you speak to your sales and marketing approach and your team size as well, Jennifer?
The team itself, sales and marketing and team. Yeah. So sales and marketing, we've got we're on all the social media platforms. We're doing ads. We're partnering with influencers. We have SEO. Through the craft shows, I built a mailing list, an email list of over 500 people through the interest and register to win. So we're highlighting that. I'm also direct marketing to 3,000 realtors in our Omaha area, kind of finishing out that proof of concept, which is going really well through their emails. And we're continuing this spring to do more craft shows, more realtor trade shows. We are starting to partner with affiliates. And as I mentioned, we have those discount programs. Team-wise, so I have 20 years of experience managing law firms, and that's kind of where my business background comes from, MBA. My mom retired from corporate America last year after 30 years of managing trade shows, sales, logistics, and branding. So she's like my ideal partner to be on board with me. And I've always wanted to work with my mom. So it's really fun. And then one of my other really good friends who's been in my life for the last few years is doing a lot of our production coordination and social media management. And then we have other people that are helping us with the sign production and so forth. So I feel good about the position we're in right now to be able to grow.
Excellent job, Jennifer. And I especially love that you are in an overlooked segment. People don't realize Boomers is one of the fastest growing segments. And I think if you could add that to your presentation, it would just make it, because people might question, what's the market size for this? But I personally know that Boomers is a fast growing segment of the market. So great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim. And if we do win, that's the market we plan to target, because it is huge. You're right.
Rick, any question to wrap this up?
You know, I think this is an amazing product, and you've done a lot of homework on it, and you've got some early feedback. I'd like to figure out how to get one of these myself, to tell you the truth. 2 questions. The first one is, have you thought about using a marketplace like Etsy as a starting place to reach people? Because it's obviously a custom product. It sort of is your starting place. The second question is, on the logistics side, shipping plants and some of the things you're moving can be very tricky. I'm curious how you're tackling that and who your logistics partner is.
So good questions on all of that. Thank you. Entry-nv.com is your answer, Rick. You can order online. We have, in terms of the shipping piece of it, we are offering free gift wrap and free shipping to our customers nationwide right now. And our volume isn't at a point that it's become a concern, but I'm aware of it. And actually, I'm had a discussion this week with someone who does tons and tons of shipping. And I think that there are certainly things that we need to look at for scaling that as it grows. But I'm just not there yet. I am planning on going to SubSummit in June and learning more about that. And Etsy, we are on. And also Pinterest. I forgot to mention those two. So thank you. They're great for SEO purposes too.
Excellent. And if you need any help with shipping, Pitney Bowes is always here to help.
Thank you. I'll come see you in June for sure if we don't connect before.
Rick knows a guy. That's okay.
Good.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Awesome job and so much fun. This has been a lot of fun so far. We are now on to, what is it, number 4? I'm losing track. Number
3
4.
down, 7 to go.
Yes.
Great pitches so far.
For those of you joining us, we see all the comments for support there in the chat. Keep that up. That's so fun to see that. Sorry for anybody who had frustrations out there getting on. Zoom is still, as this far we've gone into it, has its moments where it's unpredictable. Meeting ID worked, LinkedIn, who knows? We'll get to the bottom of it. We got the CEO of Zoom on hold right now. We'll figure it out.
We put him on hold.
Yeah.
He didn't put us on hold. We put him on hold. And I mean, this has been so far absolutely incredible. And it's just going to get better and better so far. Remember, we're going to announce the winner of the raffle prize, which is a free SubSummit ticket and $300 worth of travel reimbursement to join us at SubSummit this June. You're going to see Pitney Bowes. You're going to see Jennifer Colwell with her Entry Envy company. You're going to see everyone. And you need to get your tickets. So stay tuned to find out if you are the lucky winner. We're going to go on to pitch number 4.
Yeah. Sure. And pop quiz for you. If you had itty bitty puzzle pieces, what would you call them?
I would, something about
micro puzzles. Louis. All right. That's up next.
We rehearsed this. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the show. Congratulations, Michael Sturva and Rachel Duguay. We are so happy to have you here. For those of you who are following SubTA, we've hosted Michael and Rachel to talk about the oldest jigsaw puzzle in the world, which is in their possession. I don't know if they're going to mention it in the pitch. What I do know is they have 3 minutes. The floor is theirs, and we wish you the best of luck, guys.
Thanks so much. All right, buckle up. All right. Hi, my name is Michael.
And I'm Rachel, and we're the owners of MicroPuzzles.
We started the company in 2018 out of our 1-bedroom apartment.
Literally, we used to glue puzzles in our kitchen. Over the pandemic, we blew up. And by August of 2020, people were asking for new designs.
So Rachel had the idea to integrate a subscription box into our existing business model. Our core product is a 4x6, 150-piece jigsaw puzzle packed in a test tube. Now they're challenging, but not overwhelming. And the cool thing is they're portable fun you can take and do anywhere.
We have 5 distinct sales channels. We do direct to consumer, wholesale, business to business, product licensing,
and a monthly subscription box. And this crazy adventure has been the most fun and rewarding thing we've ever done. And the cool thing is we're making an impact. We're making an impact beyond just the monthly sales box and daily sales.
With our customers, we have donated over $13,000 to help support independent artists, multiple charities, and charitable initiatives.
And we've created MicroPuzzles for everybody from Betty White's charity to Google.
And dozens of other subscription boxes.
Over the years, we've gotten accolades from the press, but more importantly, our members and customers.
MicroPuzzles has over 1,200 5-star reviews.
And a big chunk of those are for the subscription box.
Each month, we feature 2 MicroPuzzles with accessory and fun gifts.
And members have access to special discounts and live events. You know, one of the fun things about owning a toy company is that the fun is kind of baked into our DNA. So we've done some crazy things, like we've rickrolled our entire membership base on April Fool's Day.
We installed a sound chip that played Happy Birthday when they opened the box.
And none of this is theoretical. We've actually done this.
So let's look at our numbers. At $23, we are more than profitable.
And we have about just under 400 members.
And some have been there since box 1.
But the really exciting thing is that we have shipped 19 consecutive months That's almost 6,000 boxes total to 49 of the 50 states.
Delaware, we're looking at you.
Our LTV is $161.31. Monthly churn sits around 6.6%. For marketing, we rely on a mix of word of mouth, product seeding, which has been incredibly successful, affiliates, and paid ads.
We feel like we haven't scratched the surface. We want to launch companion puzzles for seniors and kids with larger pieces. We want to go beyond the US border. And we have a small, passionate,
some would say micro team
of designers, artists, and more importantly,
Brian in shipping. He's our 12-year-old rescue, and he's our secret weapon. It's a real thing. Look it up. He's on our About Us page. Listen, if we're selected, you won't go wrong. We'll use the money to launch additional products, grow our subscriber base, and add to the team. We are so excited to be here. Can't wait to get questions.
Well done. On the money too, on the time. I mean, how many props did you guys have? I
don't know.
We have a really awesome team that we just called.
We wanted a plan that the dog would jump off, but then we thought that was out of control.
What an amazing pitch. Thank you so much for sharing your journey in subscription. We really appreciate it. We'll turn over to the judges. Kim, why don't you start us off?
Oh man, that was absolutely hilarious. You guys are ready for Shark Tank. You literally to put in your pitch and send them that demo.
We actually got called by Shark Tank early on, and just at the time it wasn't good for us, so we didn't go on. So,
I would reconsider. You guys they care about making good TV. You guys would be good TV for sure. I actually don't have any questions. So if someone else has them, Rick or Lindy, it would be great for you guys to go.
Oh,
no problem.
Yeah, I'm happy to jump in. Great presentation. Mike and Rachel, I agree. Make it to Shark Tank. I love your enthusiasm around subscriptions, and it sounds like that's been a really successful area. I would love to know, what is the value proposition around being a subscriber, and how are you driving those one-time buyers to become subscribers?
Sure. We've actually, our LTV is actually quite high. Most people stay on for 7 or 8 months. One of the secrets in our sauce is it goes beyond puzzles. Our hero product is MicroPuzzles, which we manufacture ourselves. So that's one of the reasons why we're so profitable for the subscription box, because we're not drop shipping or relying on another. Kim did the same thing. But basically the value proposition is really, we deliver fun every month to your box, and it's always different and crazy. Like this month, we're doing 3D glasses and a 3D puzzle, which we've never done before, but it was just one of those things that, Rachel has a crazy idea, like, let's do 3D. And I'm like, yeah, let's try it. And so I think really what it is I think people hang on to us just because we do that.
And they want to see what is coming up next.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have a question. You guys said you're manufacturing the puzzles. How are you doing that? Go ahead.
Yeah, so we actually physically manufacture. We basically
used to glue in our kitchen, and we've moved on. So now we can actually scale up. So at one point we were making maybe 4 puzzles at a time, and now we can do 140 at a time. And we've even made machinery that breaks up the puzzles and so on.
We used to hand break up the puzzles, for instance, and we eventually got to a point where we could afford to actually have a machine made that'll do it for us. But again, what we did is we invested every single profit back into the company. We've never done a pitch competition. We've never done any kind of funding. We just can constantly kind of just grow. And we have a 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 theory where we'll start with something and we'll tweak it and go as we go along. So we will launch at like 70% and then kind of make it to 100 by listening to customers and seeing what they want.
But to your question, that we actually print on them. We actually have them already pre-cut, and now we print on them. And then this way,
we have perfect inventory.
Yeah, we have a perfect inventory. We don't have a whole warehouse full of cat puzzles when everybody wants dogs. So this way we can make a one custom, we can make 20,000 for Google as we did. And so we can just scale as we can, as what we need for our customers.
Yep.
Have you incorporated, by the way, I love the energy. I mean, I think somebody posted they don't need any more coffee because
I've had enough for all of them.
You've got my endorphins going right now. I'm very excited about this. So the question for you is, how do you incorporate seasonality into your puzzles? Is that part of what you do? Because I think about, when do I consume puzzles? When's the best time to hook me and my family? It's Christmas, because we're all together and we love having those Christmas puzzles. Do you have like a starter puzzle that gets people hooked in your business? It's maybe kind of seasonality or some other event?
I think actually it's an image. So people will buy it for the image. So if you like trains and we have a train puzzle, we're gonna hook you on that.
That's really the beauty of puzzles, is we can kind of like, it's not by changing the artwork, we can basically appeal to a completely different demographic. We do see a bump at Christmas, but most people hang on. And I think part of it is, our price point is at $23 a month, and you can actually get a discount. We're on Cratejoy platform for 3 and 6 months as well. So you can get a little bit of a discount. Most people, we're not asking for a really serious amount of money. And we also have a track record. We've done it 19 consecutive months we've shipped, and we've only shipped in the US. We don't really open it up. And that's one of the things we'd like to do is if we go on, that's one of the things we definitely like to explore.
And I think with summer and spring being that they're so easy to travel with, a lot of people have been taking them on boats and planes and bringing them with them. Yeah. People have taken them to hospitals and everything else.
You can do them in about an hour and a half, which is great. Hour and a half, 2 hours if
2 hours.
but they're small. So there's a lot of advantage over an existing puzzle. Like if you have 1,000 pieces and put it on your living room counter, the stress level goes up. With us, you can do it on a plane.
That's so exciting, and thank you so much. And if you need help with international shipping,
we would love
Absolutely.
that.
Nick knows a guy for that too.
There's been a lot of people asking
guy
for it. Yeah.
I think you overestimate my ability to do puzzles, because 2 hours is not enough. I can guarantee you.
No, it's a lot of fun. We've tried one here, and it's a blast. You guys, great job on your pitch. Thanks so much for being here, being part of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Judges, we're going to bring up our next pitch competitor, so you can go ahead and turn your cameras back off. And Jay is going to join us on our virtual stage. Jay, you're in Canada, is that right? Or are you elsewhere?
In Canada, and boatloads of snow. I can't open my back door.
Okay, because we're catching up to you here. We're working on it.
We can't compete yet, but just give it till the end of the night.
All right, Jay, you are up, and we'll let you take it away.
Best of luck.
Just make sure my screen's working. All right. My name is Jay Gammy, and I'm the founder of Sharesies. Sharesies is the solution to toys, games, and rec gear going left unused and collecting around the house. We offer families the unique value proposition to pick items of their choice, play until they go unused, and swap for something else or keep, while receiving service delivered on their doorstep that's safe and clean before they play. Ordering is easy. Select a membership plan and the number of items you would like to borrow at once. Pick your items from our inventory online and schedule a delivery day at checkout. On your swap day, you put your items back in your Sharesies box or bag and on your doorstep. By the end of the day, your new selections are delivered and ready to play. For the last 20 years, I was the leader and director of a multi-million-dollar children's program when COVID halted the opportunity to continue. Sent off on a lockdown, I was home with my 3 kids instead of thousands at the university. Kids get bored at home, even when they're surrounded by toys. They're always looking for something new. I'm trying to get them off the iPad, and I wish I had a cleaner house. Sharesies solves all of those problems. Children enjoy a never-ending toy box while parents reclaim their living space and save on spending. Together, we reduce waste in our homes and in our landfills. Adults love to give kids toys, and Sharesies is an affordable and sustainable solution. The average child will receive over $6,000 worth of toys before the age of 16, while families are spending $271 per child per year on toys. Our parent surveys have validated the waste in their homes and their interest in buying and swapping. Our strategy is built to engage our audience. We will build awareness through referrals, social media, and driving web traffic. We'll intrigue prospective customers and educate them on the benefits while they evaluate our value proposition. Our goal is to sell memberships. Our strategy is to leverage existing consumer behaviors like shopping and gifting by offering opportunities to convert those purchases into Sharesies memberships along our acquisition and post-purchase journey. Once a member, facilitating reviews, referrals, and social sharing is key, as the voice of our customer will drive our business to scale. After our first cycle, the estimated average annual revenue per user is $232. 93% of subscribers renewed, 61 upgraded their plan, and 100% of the toys and our packaging are being reused. Once thriving locally, the Sharesies model will be ready to scale to other cities with warehouses, inventory sets, and staff ready to deliver and swap. If awarded, the funds will be used to build awareness and ensure the most desirable products will be available. This is the new way to play. Join me as I build Sharesies as the future of the toy industry.
Well done.
With time to spare.
Boom.
Yes. All right. Good. Jay, go ahead and turn off your screen sharing there, and we'll bring the judges in for questions.
Would anyone like to start us off?
Hi, Jay, Lindy. I have loads of questions, actually. I love the circular economy and sustainable aspect of this. I'm a parent, so I deal with the hordes of plastic in my house. I understand the value proposition. I love it. I'm just from a business model standpoint, it's a membership model. I understand. Can you explain to me sort of how I buy in, what is the cost, and how that works? How many toys I can exchange, and what are the limitations?
You bet. So the main revenue stream is going to be through memberships. People can choose either a 3-month, 6-month, or 1-year membership, starting as low as $35. As they select their term of membership, they can select how many items they would like to borrow at one time, from 1 to 6. We call that a onesies, a twosies, a threesies, a foursies. So if they sign up for a threesies, you can have 3 things at any given time and can take whatever you want from our inventory, regardless of its retail value. Once you buy, you get those items, or you buy the membership, you have access to the inventory. You can select 3 things if you got a threesies, and then at any moment you can create a swap. You log in, you pay a $7 swap fee to swap anything you'd like. You can swap all 3 or can swap 1 if you'd like to keep others. The $7 fee is a delivery service, and boom, it happens on your doorstep. Since launch, so I was very focused on the memberships. Since launch, I've learned that I need to teach customers. So now I have other sales funnels in place that are going to facilitate the transactions towards the membership option. So as of this week, I've launched new opportunities to buy an item. So someone could buy an item at retail value and swap it at a later time within 90 days for a fraction of that retail value. Let's say that their retail value at that item was $50. At that time, I would provide them with an offer of either a $50 credit in the Sharesies store or a $75 credit off of a 1-year membership, trying to facilitate and educate the customer that the membership's the better option.
I have a question, Jay. It's really interesting. How are you getting your toys? So my biggest thing with my children is that they get them and they break them. So by the time they're done using them, they're not something that you want to give to anyone, right? So are you getting these toys wholesale? And then second, how many customers do you have?
Yes. So we started with wholesale. So everything, we have 1,500 toys in stock. I did that to prove this concept. You need the inventory in order to sell the concept. On average, each item costs me $20 to $25. However, its retail value can go up to $200 value, depending on the item. So we have inventory, new items or like new items since they've been used in stock. At launch, we acquired about 40 users. So we have 40 memberships active right now. I used my first trial as really an operational push. This thing has to have a solid foundation in order for it to work. So their operations are working, they're lean, and people are experiencing the value that I projected. Now it's time to try to scale and work on sales. In the future, I also want to, as of this week, you can also do a give and gain option. So you can give toys. Let's say you just had a birthday party, you got a bunch of stuff, use them for a couple of months, and then off you go, and you don't need them anymore. You can give and gain. So if you give over 7 items, you can gain benefit through either discounts or credits from Sharesies. In the event of damage, which is going to happen, play's going to get out of control, you have 2 options. The main option is just make a damage donation. If you give us a toy and we accept it, we'll call it even. No big deal. You're happy. We have inventory. Off we go. We move on. We have a new item in stock. Or if that doesn't work for somebody, they can purchase the retail value of that item. To date, 0 items are damaged.
Good to know. You can also buy from the Goodwill. I don't know price wise, but if you're currently buying toys, it's a good place to get them for cheap.
How do you educate customers on how to return the product to you? And how do you, it seems like it's an expensive proposition to receive, verify, and clean all of these things. Help me understand your business model.
Sure. Well, the membership is really where the gain is, and the $7 swap is paying for those delivery fees. I'm a one-man team right now as I build this out of my garage, right? So you got to start something in your garage with low costs. I'm doing all this in addition to having a full-time job at the moment with the idea of building a bigger future, because I really think this is another way to go. The margins are quite significant actually, because the items are being reutilized. So the big investment is the capital. The operational cost is some software fees. And with 300, 400 subscribers, we've got opportunity to hire staff, significant staff, like full-time staff, operational, marketing staff, that kind of stuff.
Thank you. And I enjoyed your presentation. I love the idea.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Kim, did you have one final? You look like you're about to say
Just a
something.
suggestion, if shipping's expensive, especially when you're shipping large items and toys like that, I would just recommend maybe doing it locally. Maybe connecting with some daycares or something like that, doing it locally so that you have one person just dropping things off physically, so you're not paying for those shipping costs. But that was just a suggestion. That's all.
I mean,
Totally agree. We're currently serving local, so we're delivering on the set ourselves. Yeah.
And if you want to hear more suggestions and recommendations and get advice, Kimberly will be at SubSummit 22.
Yes.
She's a speaker. And you
excited.
can do that face-to-face with her. I mean, what's not to love about this?
And total sidebar, I don't want to forget about this. There's $6,000 feels like a low dollar amount that I'm planning to spend on my kids on toys before the age of 16. That's impressive. And now I'm starting to feel that as we go forward. I've got 4 kids, so it's like, oh man, it's all over. All right, judges, thank you so much. We are halfway, Jay, great job. We are halfway through our pitch competition here. And now's a great time to remind everybody out there watching that round 2 is going to be opening up here very soon. You can apply now for round 2 pitch competition. We've got a great video that's going to tell you all about it. Bradley, go ahead and roll that video. Do you want a $50,000 prize package for your subscription startup? Then apply now for the SubSummit pitch competition presented by Pitney Bowes and Praella. 20 semifinalists will pitch virtually to a panel of judges, and then we're going to fly 4 finalists to Orlando to pitch live at SubSummit 2022. Apply now to win our biggest prize package yet, including $10,000 cash and $40,000 in additional prizes. This is a prize package that can truly change the course of your business. Don't miss your chance to take your business to the next level. Apply now at subsummit.com/pitch. Do you like that quick change that happened right there?
It's unbelievable.
T-shirt, throw the fleece back on. We're ready to go. And I need this fleece because it's cold out, but the next pitch competitor is hot.
They are hot. We have Joey and Lisa Rapice from Joey's Hot Sauce. You guys can come on up on the virtual stage. And I want to mention, if you can apply to round 2 right now, you can keep us in the background, okay? Like this is $50,000 in cash and prizes that you can't afford to miss out on. So applications are open, subsummit.com/pitch. Do not miss that opportunity. We'll hear 10 new contestants for a brand new thing. We'll see all of us and we'll be right back. So Joey and Lisa, your time is now. You got 3 minutes to go. Make the most out of it.
Awesome. Thank you. So Joey's is an all organic blend between hot and sweet peppers. There's no additives, no preservatives, no binders or sugar. It's predominantly roasted pepper forward hot sauce. It's unlike any other product on the market. It all started because of Lisa. Lisa was like my muse behind the product. She basically was looking on the shelf and saying, why do they have to put binders? Why do they have to put fillers, glyphosate, all these like poisons in our food? So I was inspired to make her this hot sauce. Little did I know that not only she was going to start to love it, we started getting into farmers markets. We've been pretty much all around. We are in 43 stores here in the Southern Oregon. And a lot of people seem to really love this product. I've been at like beer expos. So we have proof of concept. Lisa, I'm going to pass it on to you.
Okay, awesome. So as Joey mentioned, well, I guess I'll say Joey started making this hot sauce for me in our kitchen in Venice, California in 2018. And we slowly started to, well, not slowly, very quickly, people, caught on through Facebook, Instagram. We started selling the sauce to friends, and falling in love with it. Joey is Italian and his mother is an amazing, amazing cook. Yeah. And so he's an incredible cook as well. So this hot sauce isn't like your ordinary hot sauce. He roasts the peppers, which is incredibly rare. This bottle that I'm holding actually has 10 grams of real wild forage black truffles in every bottle. It's incredible. People love it. We're in over 43 stores. As Joey mentioned, we're in farmers markets. We have a cult following. Joey just made our 96th batch. And so we have diehard fans who say, oh, I love this one. Batch 45 is my favorite. Like, people are obsessed, and for good reason. At this point, in order for us to scale and grow, our next step is to build a relationship with a co-packer, so a manufacturer who can produce more sauce. Joey makes about 2,000 bottles a month in a commercial kitchen locally, but as we get bigger, we need more sauce. And we actually found a co-packer who can certify us organic. We made our first special Joey Selects. You can see Joey has a Scottish hat on here. This is a really rare bottle, different than that one. A very special sauce. We're actually selling this for quite a bit more than our other sauce. And we're going to be producing Joey Selects, these special versions. We just launched our subscription program because people would DM Joey all the time, like, man, I'm out of my sauce, like with the screamy face emoji constantly. So we're like, okay, we need to get people on subscription. And they love it.
Awesome job. Yeah, no, it's perfect timing.
Yeah. I will say a little disappointed we didn't get samples before your pitch. Can you
imagine if we're here like eating hot sauce, we couldn't have continued?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't handle that well. Great job, Joey and Lisa. We'll now let the judges take it over. Any questions from our judges?
Hi, Joey and Lisa. Sounds like some good sauce. I definitely want to try it. I'm a big fan of hot sauce. It sounds like the subscription model is launching. One thing that we see with subscriptions, of course, is that you get too many things in your pantry and there's a tendency to cancel. So I'm curious to know how you're going to manage allowing customers to manage their subscription, make sure that they can pause. And then also it sounds like you've got some great opportunities to buy some very cool, maybe limited edition sauces. So how you plan to kind of manage promoting those and getting those into somebody's subscription package.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. And I was really feeling like that's part of like the perk of being on the subscription model. As soon as one of those bottles come out, is like the same heat level will allow that to go into your box. It's like a perk. It's like all of a sudden you'll open up the box and you'll be like, oh, this is the Priscilla the Creeper heat level that I ordered, but you're getting this special limited batch that's like that gets like kind of grandfathered in because you jumped into a subscription with us. As far as like those subscriptions or that batch, it's a different price point. So we have a little bit of SMS marketing around that. And that's a higher price point, but you won't have to pay that price. As far as like the subscription models, I would say people can opt out at any time. I'm not going to hold anybody to having to get the sauce. They just basically jump in and get a discounted rate.
Yeah, we've made the subscription program very flexible. So you can choose you can get deliveries every 1, 2, or 3 months. You can change it at any time. I literally will eat half of this in a day. So we're not foreseeing it as a big problem for our diehard fans, but we want there to be flexibility, of course. And then also perks like Joey mentioned to spice it up a little bit and get on the subscription. And we have partnerships with influencers as well. So we're going to get the bottles into hands of influencers and do even more outreach, which, getting a budget for like bigger paid influencers is part of what we would use this money for as well.
Yeah, I've had a couple really great partners and like in the health field, like people that have been on some pretty popular podcasts and, just seeing the power that he has to his audience and the connection that he has into his audience, just to mention in the stories would bring it. So to have like a budget to basically put towards people like that would, really, I feel like influence the subscription model and just the attraction to the brand.
Yeah.
Hey guys, great presentation. I would love to know the breakout between your sales from retail and your .com, and how much you're doing on each, and then also the price of the sauce.
Yeah, so the price of the sauce varies based on the quantity that you purchase. So the truffle is our most expensive, like, of the standard sauces. So if you buy it online by itself, it retails at $18.99. Some of our wholesalers sell it for less than that. But
I'm just going to interject right there. It is not truffle oil. It's not truffle extract. It's not truffle flavor. It is 10 grams of real wild forage truffles blended right into the sauce. So it's unlike any other truffle sauce on the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so then the other flavors, like the regular flavors, they retail for as high as $11.99 on our website. If you buy more, you get discounts depending on like how many bottles you buy. And we've seen it on the shelves at our wholesalers between I would say $8 and $11.99. Yeah. The Joey Select, we were selling a gift box before for $65 to $75. That's the very special bottle.
There's only 1,500 of those bottles made, and they are made with all local peppers.
Yeah, and people are buying them up at the farmers markets for that price. 4 bottles of hot sauce in a gift box. They're going for it, and they're really happy because it tastes that good. So, yeah.
Awesome. Excellent question, judges. Thank you so much for being on here. Great pitch, you guys.
Great
and
pitch, yeah.
Look forward to
Thank you.
really move forward. Awesome. Well, we are on next to Angie Hartle from Anchored Purpose Box. Angie, not only are you a mother of 5 and a business owner here, also a cattle rancher, which is amazing. So quite the resume. And we're really excited to hear about your subscription box. So Angie, the stage is yours. Make sure you unmute yourself. Stand by there. Got to unmute if you can't. I got you. There you go. You're good.
Can you see my screen?
Can't see your screen yet. Go ahead and keep working on the screen share. Judges, I'm going to throw your cameras off for the minute here. All right. Not there yet, Angie. Keep working at it.
Sorry about this.
In the meantime, if you still haven't applied for round 2, make sure you do that during this competition or after. But I think
we got your screen now, Angie. There you go.
Things are starting to click.
Perfect. All right. The stage is yours.
Best of luck.
Just go ahead and hit that slideshow button in the top right there. That's what'll get you going. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Do what you can from where you are with what you have. So many of us are looking for ways to help fight global poverty. We understand how it feels to think we can't make a difference because the problem is so big. Yet we know since we've been blessed with so much that we have to be doing something about it. Anchored Purpose Box is a North Dakota-based small business that's helping our customers do just that. We're a purpose-driven monthly subscription with a faith-based mission. And we strive to help our customers make a difference through a curated box of fair trade items that helps provide global artisans dignified employment. Plus, we donate $5 for every box sold. I will just skip my slides now because I'm having some technical difficulties here. So we are building our business model on a firm marketing foundation. Our SEO strategy is based on our long game. We have to do strategic growth for scaling because our items cannot be mass produced. We have a different country theme each month, so that differentiates us from our competitors because other countries other boxes focus on maybe a particular topic or a particular geographic area. We are also exploring paid ads, influencers, and vendor shows. I had to conduct many customer surveys as part of a program I'm in, and our customers want more than just stuff. They want to dive deep on the artisan stories, and they want an easy way to help, creating a hand up, not just a handout. Our ideal customers are altruistic women ages 25 to 50. And Julie Ball said our anchored purpose box is a heartfelt purchase that feels like a present and is thoughtfully curated. We come at our business model from a hopeful, uplifting perspective, even though we have heavy topics. Our branding and colors have nautical vibes, and our box features a map. We strive to create a great unboxing experience through our packaging, digital book, and a special playlist each month. My why. The reason I do this, I had experiences in Haiti that branded my soul, and I had to do something about it. I had a vendor tell me just last week that we love working with subscription boxes because bulk orders help us continue providing jobs for our artisan team. And also the aforementioned give back component that we do as well. We have a $31 cost per box, and our subscriptions start at $41.67. We've so far used organic growth, giveaways, direct mail campaign, and a promo campaign. We are also exploring referral and affiliate programs, guest blogging, and podcast appearances. Our SubSummit pitch contest funds would be used to hire a social media specialist to help build a virtual community, create live video, and also PR. Also, we'd be looking at paid ads, referral and affiliate stuff, and vendor trade shows. The team is myself. I have an MBA and second major in sociology, Cornell Content Marketing, Innovate ND program, and other contractors as needed. Thank you for your time, and it's been an honor.
Excellent job. Right there on the nose as well. Thank you. Perfect. Well, I know seemed like you had a little technical difficulty with the slides there, but you did a great job. We could hear you throughout the whole thing. A little broken up there in the beginning, but sounded good. Judges, and any questions here?
And Angie, you can unshare your screen.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Lindy, maybe?
Yeah, Angie, thank you for the presentation. I love the purpose-driven model. I'm interested just to know more about the product itself, the surprise and delight unboxing experience. When I get my box, what am I opening and what am I finding inside?
Each box features 4 items, and one item is a wearable, like an accessory, something unsized. We don't have to deal with like t-shirt sizes or something like that. The next item is a usable, something you'll use up, maybe stationery or a food item. Our third item is a home decor item. And then each box also contains a book about whatever someone in that featured country, kind of to inspire and dig a little bit deeper into the area that we're focusing on that month.
Hi, Angie. Thank you so much for your presentation. Do you have any customers, and if so, how many?
I'm in the 20s right now. So I got off to a little slow start, but we've only done a little handful of boxes so far. So we're working on that. Sorry, I have some noise in the background.
Angie, I love the idea behind this, and I think it's a very meaningful thing that you're doing. I'm curious how you scale this and how you manage the inventory. In this fulfillment process, is everything collected in North Dakota and then you ship it out to everyone? And how do you scale this business?
Yes, everything right now comes to my house in North Dakota, in my basement, is where we ship out of. And basically, this is why we'd have to have more strategic growth. Like we couldn't just go up to 1,000 subscribers because you can't order that many items from Haiti or wherever. So it will be a matter of planning out further ahead as we scale, as we need to place larger orders. I mean, there's going to be a cap at some point at our business. We'll never have 10,000 subscribers. That's just not feasible with the business model we have. But as we grow, we'll need to go further and further out to place orders if they are having to come from overseas. So far, most of our vendors have been, they have a US base of operations. So the supply chain issues come up before they get to me. But as we place larger orders, that will be a consideration we'll have to factor in.
Thank you for these wonderful questions, judges. Thank you, Angie, for sharing your story and your passion. Really appreciate it.
We have a little bit more time though. Are there any other questions?
Do we have any other questions? Paul, do you have any questions?
No, let's turn to our judges.
I'll ask another question. Yeah. Angie, you mentioned Haiti, but I'm interested to know, where are you going to source the product and what does that process look like?
I basically start with kind of fair trade or cool social enterprise that I've heard of myself and kind of go from there. I had a list for probably 10 years in my file of social entrepreneurs. I had no idea why, but that was kind of one of the first places I dug into. And there's some resources out there that they have ethical shopping directories, things like that, where I can start looking there. Sometimes it's just searching on FAIR, cool stories on Google, or I hear a cool person on a podcast and I dig into what they're about. This is kind of something that's always been on my radar anyway. So I have an ongoing notebook of ideas.
Great, thanks.
Cool. If we are questioned out, then we will move on to our next competitor. Thank you so much, judges. I'll allow you to go ahead and turn off your cameras for our next pitch competitor here as we're rolling into that. Louis, take it away.
And we only have 3 pitches left. And after those pitches, we'll find out who wins the raffle prize ticket of a free SubSummit ticket and $300 in travel reimbursement. And we're also going to offer an exclusive opportunity to join us in June. So stay tuned for that because that'll be for all attendees as well. You stay tuned and you find that out later. But for now, it's the turn of Margot Jordan of Enrichly. Margot, thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the pitch competition semifinals. We're really happy to see you. It is your time to shine, so take it away.
Hello. So I'm going to share my screen, but I want to make sure you all can see the full screen before I start.
Can see the full screen.
Is it in full mode or no?
Yep, you're good. You're now going into full screen mode on the deck.
Okay, and then I'm going to turn my camera off because it goes slow.
Yeah, I didn't quite get there yet. I saw you go to full screen mode, but it didn't enable it yet. I don't know if it froze.
Okay, I have to do a new share.
Oh, there we go. We're good now.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, turn my camera off. I don't even think it'll let me. Okay.
Good to go.
So, all right. Self-neglect, violent behavior, and suicide have one thing in common amongst youth, and that's unhealthy self-esteem. What if I told you there are over 100 million children around the world that suffer from low self-esteem? Well, I'm Margot, and I want to introduce you to Enrichly, a tech-enabled personal development platform for kids. So 75% of children ages 7 through 11 suffer from low self-esteem. There's literally been a 57% increase in suicide death due to low self-esteem in kids. To combat this, we developed a self-esteem-based e-learning SaaS platform and gaming app that helps kids everywhere reach their full potential. Here's how it works. A trusted adult will enroll the child into the platform. It collects actionable data and allows the users to play the games and watch the content we provide. We then deliver key information to decision makers and make suggestions like course continuation, therapy, or counseling. We've already generated over $180K in revenue in less than 10 months. With my background in finance, as a military veteran with a passion for social impact, I've been molded into the perfect leader for this company. And I've put together a team with a combined 50 years of relevant experience. Our competitive landscape is strong because there are no other platforms targeting self-esteem development in a peer-driven fashion. We can confidently say we'll capture 1% of this market by year 5. Our business model is brilliant because we're generating through parent subscriptions, licensees, and school contracts. Underwriting our capabilities to gross $124 million in revenue by year 3. We're currently raising $1.3 million on a safe, but we need your help. We need you to back our platform and help kids like Samaya reach their full potential. Take a look at our user experience.
Margot?
1 second, I'm trying to share.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, my name's Samaya. I am kind and generous. I like art. My favorite food is pizza, sushi, cupcakes, and stuff. And my favorite color is pink. I am 7 years old, and I'm really excited to be here. Sometimes I'm confident about myself. And sometimes I feel like I have nothing to do. And sometimes I feel like I am a failure. And sometimes I think negative things about myself. but one thing I know is that I will make great friends and I will be a great person.
And I welcome any questions that you may have. Thank you.
All right, we're going to invite our judges back up.
Margot, thank you so much for your presentation. Really, really interesting idea. I am looking for more clarity around how it works. So like the student logs in, like what are they seeing? What are the parents seeing? And how do you measure improvement in self-esteem?
So great question. We have certain learning modules that we've created through Articulate Storyline in our alpha model. So children log in and they're taking actual courses or playing the games that are self-esteem boosting. So they may play a game about positive affirmations, about how to think positively. They may play a game about anti-bullying, things like that. We're measuring the self-esteem by leveraging a CDC-based survey. They use a Rosenberg self-esteem grading scale. So before we start the courses, when we go into schools, we have children to take this survey before we start anything. They continue through the course, either through a 6, 10, or 13-week session that we're implementing on our platform. After they complete that, they take another survey, and then we're able to measure their self-esteem improvement over the course of the 6, 10, or 13 weeks. We then give that information to decision makers to say, okay, your students have seen an increase of 73% overall. On average, we'll see at least 80% or more of the students increase their self-esteem by 90% with our learning modules.
Very cool and innovative. Thank you so much, Margot.
No problem.
So the target customer here, is it the parent of the child? Is it the school district? And then I want to just ask the follow-up that goes with this. Is this something that's considered a medical service? And how I mean, you're sort of treading on a lot of regulatory things around children, videos, something that looks like a medical product. How do you navigate the regulatory environment?
So thanks for that question. What we do on our platform is really considered gaming. We've combined 3 industries, so ed tech, gaming, and then behavioral and mental health. We do connect parents with trusted mental health resources, but we're literally only seen as sort of like a liaison between the parent and the therapist. So if more intervention is needed for that child, they can take it off of our platform and then contact the therapist on their own. We are literally just providing that connection for them. So when we're going into the schools or when we're delivering the platform, the schools are looking at it as a mental health resource for the students because we are developing their self-esteem, and they sort of put us in the category of social and emotional learning, but we are a prerequisite to that. So we're not technically social and emotional learning. We're more so just developing the self-esteem in that kid. So when they do get those tools of SEL, they are using those more effectively. I hope I answered your question.
No, you did. I saw in your business brief that you're also evaluating advertising as a model tied into this, which seems like if you're working with people's emotional self-worth and how well they're feeling, it seems like there's a conflict, right? Marketing clothes or makeup or whatever might come through an ad feed seems like it would be a conflict to the core business model of helping kids become more well.
No, we don't include advertising as a revenue generator. So you asked the question in the beginning of who our customers were. So parents are paying a $9.99 in the subscription, but the schools are contracting us at $7,500 per contract to bring us into the school and implement the programs with our coordinators. So we don't have an advertising model. We don't want to put ads into our platform. We're strictly revenue generating from either parents paying that $9.99 or the schools contracting us.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the misunderstanding on my part.
No worries.
Hi, Margot. Thanks for the presentation. I have a 7-year-old daughter, so it's great to see the video of a young girl expressing or putting name to her emotions. So I can see how that end result, it's substantial for somebody of that age, and it's very important. It's something we as parents try and do. I'm interested to know from that video of this girl interacting, what was happening there and what was like prompting her to express the emotions and her sort of inner experience, I guess.
Yeah, so I wish I was able to demo the platform, but we have certain engagement activities on the platform. So we have them to answer questions about when you feel negatively about yourself. So they state these negative things, but then we have them combat that negative thought with a positive thinking thought. And Samaya went from feeling like I am a failure to understanding that just because I fail at something does not mean that I am a failure. And that allowed her to then take what she learned from our platform and then teach other children. So that's that peer-to-peer social learning model that we implement. And it really increases the engagement amongst our users.
Awesome. Excellent presentation. Excellent question, judges. Thank you so much.
I just got to say, I love how passionate our contestants have been from the get-go. This is absolutely wonderful to see all those passion projects that are just coming to life. And we really thank you for sharing your stories with us today. Thank you so much, Margot. We really appreciate your time. Now it's time for a welcome back party, because we've seen this contestant last year and also in one of the rounds of the pitch competition in 2021, but now he's back in 2022, better than ever. It's Ananth Das, everyone. Ananth, welcome back. Good to see you again. A lot has happened since last year, but we're really excited to hear what you got for us today. So why don't you just take it away for this next 3 minutes?
Thanks so much. Hello, everyone. My name's Ananth Das, and I'm the founder of Broadway Boxed Up. Our mission is to bring Broadway closer to the homes of fans while elevating the voices of diverse theater professionals. The world of Broadway is a multi-billion-dollar industry, engaging more than 14 million people in New York alone. But the problem is, live theater is often not financially accessible. The average Broadway ticket is over $100, and it can cost thousands to make a trip to New York. And as a child, I didn't have access to the knowledge of where to find theater. And I didn't realize that I could find it in my nearest major city. And so accessibility is the problem, and Broadway Boxed Up is the solution. We launched our box in October 2020, but when I was sitting in the front row of the first musical back on Broadway in September of 2021, I knew live theater's return was going to change things dramatically, no pun intended, for our business. Our box is a $40 monthly subscription with prepaid options and add-on items that can be purchased to supplement each box. Each box gets you 4 to 7 pieces of merchandise inspired by theater. Some are produced by us, some from other small businesses, and some are official merchandise from musicals. We've partnered with 4 Broadway shows since live theater returned in the fall to include official items from them in our box. And we're just getting started on how we can partner with Broadway shows and disrupt the relationship between theater lovers and merchandise. But the experience in a box doesn't stop with the merchandise. Our boxes also include feature articles we've written, elevating the voices of diverse theater professionals, exclusive album downloads, and access to the numerous virtual events we produce, from Zooms to live Q&As with Broadway stars to album listening parties. We also provide education about the theater world, how to find the nearest theater to you, and how to make the most of a New York trip with discounts and perks to theater experiences. We hope to quench the thirst for theater access while fans are away from Broadway, lead them to having the best time at Broadway and New York City, and then continue bringing theater and the community back home to them when their trip is over. Like many boxes, we've had a lot of success with influencers and social media ads, but the best part about Broadway is our ideal customers aggregate in one place, the theaters. All we have to do is engage them with our brand right there. And with live theater's return just 4 months ago, we're excited to be doing this in a variety of ways. We've currently produced and opened Broadway's first pop-up shop in New York City for fans and by fans. Not only do we engage with fans and sell our subscriptions at a retail location, but we also produce a variety of in-person events to supplement the virtual events in our box, including Broadway karaoke and Broadway star meet and greets. We're also one of the investors in the upcoming Museum of Broadway opening up in Manhattan this summer and are excited about the engagement, selling, and cross-promotion possibilities there. And lastly, we're thrilled to be the official merchandising partner of a brand new musical, which means when that show is on Broadway or when that show is touring all over the country, Broadway Boxed Up will be selling themed boxes and subscriptions at all of those theaters. So customers can learn about us, get their first box shipped to them, or walk away with it right there and then. We're so excited to be bringing the world of theater and the community to people's homes each month. And I'm excited to answer any questions you may have.
Perfect timing there.
Timing so far has been impeccable.
What a pro.
Whoa.
All right. Kim, since I stopped your camera, I might have to re-enable yours there. Sorry about that.
Do you have a question maybe from Rick to start us off?
Sure. I love the energy. I'm sad that I didn't hear any singing, but I'm curious about the merchandise that you're getting, right? And you know, what's the frequency? Because I've already got 3 Hamilton sweatshirts and T-shirts in my house. How many more of these are going to be coming? And like, you know, help me understand what the actual goods are inside the product. Not, I get the virtual pieces.
No, absolutely. And so our merchandise, we curate it so that every subscriber actually gets the same merchandise each month. And that's how we, one, can scale very easily, and two, make sure we have a variety in each box. And so, for example, we have 1 to 2 souvenir type items like gold-plated coins, magnets, keychains, things that theater lovers really love to buy at the theaters. And then we usually have 1 to 2 items that have some sort of purpose. For example, we have this wooden box inspired by Bright Star, the musical. It's a light up lamp. We have this Ultra Crutch tumbler inspired by Hairspray, the musical, with a hairspray tumbler. And so these are usable items that people can use every day and practically use. We've had aprons, we've had towels. And so things that they can incorporate in their everyday life. And so we always plan to change up the shows, making sure some are popular shows, some are shows they'll love to see, but some are musicals they might not have learned about. And what's great is with musicals, you can tell them what songs they should listen to, how they can engage with that new musical, that a lot of our customers love learning about new shows and falling in love with them, even if they hadn't seen them in person yet.
Hi, Anant. Thank you for the presentation. It sounds like I come from partnerships. So it sounds like you've got a great partnership opportunity with the Broadway shows to both promote their show, but promote your product. Can you talk a little bit about how that works and how you sort of keep them engaged in helping you to promote your solution?
Absolutely. With the Broadway shows, we have a few different types of partnerships. I think one of the most common and exciting ones is a lot of Broadway shows, they start out in New York and then they tour all across the country. And so they're really excited by Broadway Boxed Up because we have subscribers in 47 states and 15 countries. And so they're excited to have their items and information about their shows in the box. So people may not have heard about the musical, for example, The Prom, which is currently touring all across the country, but we'll include a merchandise item about the prom and maybe do a virtual event with an actor from the prom. And then people will learn, oh, cool, this is a musical that I should check out. And wait, it's coming to Detroit next month. I live an hour away. I can go there. And so we're able to actually geographically target messages in our boxes to tell people, hey, catch this show in the nearest theater to you in Detroit. Or if they live near LA, catch it in LA. So that's sort of one big partnership that Broadway shows have been really excited to work with us on. And the other one has been including programs and playbills from their pre-Broadway productions in our box. So when people go to New York, they'll actually see the official Broadway production when it's on.
Thank you so much. I love your presentation. I'm a huge Broadway buff. Wicked, Hamilton. My brother's in leading. He was Judas in Jesus Christ Superstar. So I'm like,
amazing.
He's on tour right now. So I'm a huge fan. My questions are more so around team and how many customers do you have? I know you said you have them in so many states. And then just what margins look like for you. Because my question is if, a lot of these places could do their own merch, right? So like, I can just go to them individually, but I also don't necessarily know what's playing all the time. So I understand why the box is valuable and help introduce me to different, plays and things like that.
Absolutely. And so first starting with team. And so my background is in financial valuation, but I grew up doing theater all my life and I've actually started getting into theater producing myself. And so that's been a really great tie-in with this merchandising world. And so we're a family-run business. Both my parents are interior designers and architectures and designers by background. My brother's a lawyer. So we kind of have the finance mind and theater mind here. We have the designers and we have the legal mind. So we all come together and do this in person. In terms of margins, with our $40 subscription box, we're making 30% margin on average per box, which we're really happy with. And as we do more partnerships, those are just some of them sometimes are free items we get, and that just increases our margins each month. And then what was your last question again?
It was team, margins, and I think that was it. I think that was, I asked how many customers, I'm sorry.
Oh, right, how many customers? We're right now at 400 monthly subscribers, but the great thing is when people buy individual items, we add them to our email list, and we're getting good at converting subscribers from the pop-up shop and in-person events to become actual subscribers and convince them of our theme of Broadway each month.
And you said 400 subscribers or 400 email subscribers? I'm sorry.
400 monthly paying subscribers to the box. Yep.
Gotcha, thank you.
Awesome. Great pitch. Judges, fantastic questions. Thank you again so much.
As
Thank
always.
you.
We are just one pitch away from being done with this event, but we also now know the lucky winner of our raffle prize package. And we'll announce that right after this pitch, which Paul is going to take it away and introduce our lucky final contestant here.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited. Sarah, welcome to the stage. Sarah Jacobs from Robot Garage. Thanks so much for joining us. You, like us in the area here, are being snowed in. So, you know, you're going to be stuck there for about 24 to 48 hours until they can get you out, right?
Probably.
All right. Well, judges, I'll allow you to turn your cameras off as we give Sarah the stage. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. And where do I look for the clock? Can I see it when I'm sharing my screen or no?
It'll come right up as one of the people there. Should be right there for you now.
Okay. Just minimize that. Okay.
Hit the slideshow button to the right there. There you go.
One. Okay. So this is a family business, started at our kitchen table in 2011. I married an engineer. I gave birth to an engineer and two other kids who leaned in that direction. And there was no maker space in our community in the Detroit area for kids who just love to build and tinker. And so we started this business called the Robot Garage. Our whole concept, our vision was create an aha moment every day for every child. Since 2011, we've expanded to 2 locations. We've served over 100,000 students through our classes, summer camps, school partnerships, and all those things. Before COVID, these were our numbers. We would employ about 100 people a year between part-time and full-time. About 30% of who we serve has always been underserved. And we naively started this business 10 years ago thinking, oh, there are all these great STEM curriculum kits out there and the world will use what's out there and we'll just make it accessible to kids in a nice setting. And what we found very quickly was everything was under delivering. There were kids who wanted to come to the Robot Garage every single week to keep building robotic projects, and the kits that were out there had maybe 3 or 4 projects in them. So we quickly shifted 7 years ago to designing our own curriculum. We now have over 100 hours of pre-K through 8 curriculum. A lot of it is based in Lego robotics. A lot of it is coding and game design. These are some of our projects. When COVID came, we got killed along with every other service business. We shut down for over a year. We surveyed our parents. We very quickly went to Zoom and teaching game design online, but we have surveyed our parents. Their kids were really struggling. And 70% of our parents wanted the Lego robotics classes. So these little bags you see in the corner, we started leaving on our doorstep once a month. The parents would pick them up. They'd go home, they'd do 4 Zoom classes, and they'd bring everything back to us. It was very old school. We went to our team and we said, we have this unbelievable team. We said, this is not scalable. This is not sustainable. Now that we know we can teach this on virtually, which we never knew we could, what do we do? And we have spent the last year doing what we call our COVID project. We re-engineered all our curriculum to create 3-in-1 Lego kits because Lego's expensive and we wanted to reduce the cost to the customer, creating recording studios, creating recorded classes, hired all the outside people we needed because we are educators, that's all we are. So all the digital people and the designers. And in June, we launched our first line of subscription boxes. This is a picture of them. And this is the video that we used on Facebook to promote them.
Tap into your child's love of Lego with our custom-designed robotics subscription kits. Each month, your child will receive a 3-in-1 kit delivered to your door with a code to hours of video tutorials walking them step-by-step through building and coding 3 robots. Each lesson will focus on engineering concepts and encourage experimentation. You can pause or cancel your subscription renewal at any time, but once you see how much they're learning, we think you'll be amazed. Soon they will have the skills and materials to start creating their own inventions. Tap into your child's love.
So we have 2 different lines we're delivering. One is for grades 1 through 3, Robot Academy Junior. One is for preschool ages 4 and 5. It's $79 a month, $69 a month if you do a 3-month program. And there is a one-time electronics fee in both of them. It's $19 for the younger ages. It's $119 for the older. It's really as much a video class as it is you got a crate box of parts every month. And as far, we've done $123,000 in revenue year to date. 64 of that is direct to customer. 49,000 is to schools. We're getting a lot of interest from after school programs in this. And in-person students are all now able to buy kits if they take a class here. That's been about 25% of people upgrading. And as far as where we go next, we now know how much we don't know. So we are looking to raise some money. Phase 2 is improve our digital experience. Through Google Analytics, we were able to see that there is a giant problem in our pipeline right now. We built everything new except our old POS system, and it's where everything's getting stuck, so we need to replace it. We need a brand development manager. And then phase 3 will be expanding into the digital community more. And did I make my time?
A couple ticks over, but
sorry, I apologize. I couldn't see the clock.
Yeah, I know it's hard. So we just cut in the Q&A time a little bit, but go ahead and turn off your screen sharing. We'll get the judges rolling right on to the questions here.
I absolutely love this, Sarah. I'm like, can I buy it? Like, I have a 4-year-old, and he loves Legos and building robots. Yeah, so I love this idea. The only question I have is just, can you illuminate your plan for sales and marketing?
Yeah. So, I mean, it really is out of our wheelhouse. So we hired a digital media consultant out of, she came from National Geographic, so very much in our wheelhouse. And she got us to a company of engineers who rebuilt our website, created this virtual platform where parents have 24/7 access to the 3 video classes every month, got us through the gate, was so good to us and got us a good team, and started flighting all these Facebook ads. We had a tiny budget. I think we spent less than $10,000 in 6 months. We had 600,000 views. We learned a ton about grandparents are a huge part of our market. And now what we know is everything we did wrong. And so we have aligned ourselves with these other people. We now know we need a person who does nothing but Facebook ads and a person who does nothing but Google ads. And we tried teaching ourselves and no way. So it's turning outside for experts.
That's excellent. You're absolutely right. But also I would recommend, I would buy this in Target, I know retail takes margin, but I go to Target and I spend like $500 for my kids for toys. So great. I love this.
Thank you so much. That means so much to us.
I think this is a fantastic concept. I like it. I mean, we've got mountains of Lego that have now moved to the garage as my girls have gotten older, but being able to offer a STEM product to kids is great. And the model is interesting because it's a relatively modest investment to get started. So I like that. And I also echo, like, if you can figure out how to get into some retail location as a starter, it's a great hook, lots of.
You're the second person to say that. It wasn't even something we thought we could consider, but on the list now.
It's definitely a way to get things going. I'm curious what your turnover is. How long do people stay in the subscription?
We're tiny right now. I don't trust our data a whole lot. We've got we've had like 200 and some, I think 230 users. 38 of those have canceled subscriptions. The average right now for the one we launched in June, which is the longest one we have history on, is 4.8 months. 30% of them have stayed 6 to 9 months, depending on when they started. I've got data like that. So not enough to know a lot yet, but that's what I know.
It's pretty promising. And I can tell you, like, my father-in-law, whose house I'm at right now, he loves getting these types of things for kids. And,
grandparents, grandparents are 60% of our customers right now. They're amazing.
Thanks, Sarah. I also echo Kim and Rick. I've got an engineer that I gave birth to, and I'm also always looking for the next thing. So I think I'll finish with just a recommendation. It's just like, as you build out that model, it's just always looking for the next thing to teach your kid, to challenge them on the next level. So it's just having that progression. But I think this is great. We're all looking for STEM activities for these kids because that's where the world is going.
Thank you all so much for all the advice and opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I know pre-COVID, my children enjoyed time over at the Robot Garage over there, not too far from where we're at. So I'd love to see continued success there. And Rick, any of those Legos in your garage, you ship them right to me. I'll take them.
It's going to have to go LTL because there's a lot of them.
Take a whole pallet. All right, judges, contestants, we're at the end of our pitch competition. I am not envious of these judges because this is going to be a hard decision. We had some amazing pitches today.
It was amazing.
It was a lot of fun to be here on this side of it, to watch it, to participate here. We are going to reconvene with the judges here in the next few days and then be announcing that coming up very soon. In the meantime, though, we have a different announcement for everybody, and that's our raffle winner.
The raffle winner, Tatiana Shanklin. You are going to SubSummit 2022 for free, and you get $300 of travel reimbursement. So if you get lucky, you might even get a free ticket for all we know. So everything is included. You get to go to SubSummit. You get to meet us and join us. You get to see Rick Hernandez. You get to see Kim Lewis. You get to see the team at Recharge, all in June, and many more. We're expecting over 1,000 attendees. It's going to be an amazing conference, and we can't wait to see you there. Congratulations. Our staff will send you an email shortly with all the details. But you know what? We did have a winner, and we like everyone to win here at SubSummit.
Everybody's winning.
Which is why, because you attended, because you all supported, and because you are great members of the subscription community, we're going to give everyone $100 off of your ticket right now. You have until tomorrow at midnight. You can use the code PITCH100, which Lauren is going to drop in the chat right now.
And that's the 100?
That's 100. Yeah, pitch 100 to get $100 off of your SubSummit ticket. This offer expires Friday at midnight, so do not wait. This is a great opportunity. Once again, you will be connecting with leaders of all segments of the subscription industry. You will get to see amazing industry-leading suppliers that can connect you and have the right tools to help you grow your business. And there's a ton of stuff. The Cube Awards.
No, the Cube Awards, the pitch competition, the culmination of the pitch competition, the networking, the meeting amazing people. The reason we started this and launched SubSummit was to bring this community together. We continue to do so, and we're so excited about it. So excited to see everybody there. I want to take a moment to thank our judges. You guys are awesome. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. To again thank our pitch competitors. I'm just so amazed at everybody, just how awesome of a job everybody did. And then, of course, you, the attendees, to tune in today and shout your support out. We saw all the chats. We saw everything coming through. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this.
2 more things.
Yes.
Apply for that round 2.
Yes.
If you qualify 2 years in business or less, you qualify to earn and win $50,000 in cash and prizes. We hope to see you for that second round. And second of all, the announcement of the finalists will be made next week, Thursday, a week from now at 2 p.m. We'll be live again
Eastern
to announce the 2 contestants who are joining us live at SubSummit 22 for the pitch competition final. And once again, that's presented by Pitney Bowes and Praella. We thank you, those amazing sponsors who are making this happen with the biggest prize package ever.
And if you've been watching the whole time, we got about a half an inch in the background since we started the pitch competition.
Get the shovel right now, Paul, and we'll take care of
start brushing our cars off. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. Truly appreciate you.
Take care.
We'll see you soon.